Cohabitation took a step towards marriage today, with the Supreme Court finding in favour of an unmarried woman and her spousal right or non-spousal right to her late partner's pension. It was a public sector pension that would have paid to her if she'd been married to him or if he had specifically nominated her as his partner, but neither of those worked. And yet they had lived as a man and wife for a decade before he died. Sometimes the state treats couples as couples regardless of marriage. Sometimes it treats them as couples only if they are married. For example, cohabiting couples are treated as married for the benefit system, which counts the joint income of the couple, which happens to save the state money, but the inheritance tax system treats cohabiting couples as unmarried, which also, believe it or not, saves the state money. So you can always get married if you want to avoid the bill, but not everybody does. Such as Matt Hawkins and Claire Phipps, who join me now, and Sir Paul Coleridge, chairman of the Marriage Foundation and former Family High Court judge. Well, evening to you all. Claire, why don't you want to get married to Matt?
I know. I think some of his family friends have been horrified by the idea that I've been publicly speaking out against the idea of marrying Matt. But it's definitely not that I don't love Matt. I very much do. It's just that I just don't see us as husband and wife. It's
do you see together for life? I mean, is that the plan?
Yeah, we first met 10 years ago, and we first sort of got together 9 years ago, so we've been together a long time. But I think it's just that I just don't feel inside that I am a wife. I'm not Matt's wife. He's not my husband.
Matt, do you feel you have the responsibilities of marriage? So, because you can walk out on Claire, and as I understand cohabitation, you would have to pay nothing. There would be no kind of whoever was earning money, or if you had jointly made money during the time you were together, you could just take it away. There's no responsibility, is there? Is that right, Matt?
There's only the responsibility in the sense that I love Claire and we want to do right, and we are a team. We want to stay together, absolutely, but we also want legal and financial protection. We don't see marriage as being right for us. It is for lots of people. It is for lots of our friends.
Is the state not entitled to say we define difference between couples who do sort of sign a contract, if you like, and those who say, well, we love each other, but we're not willing to sign?
I think it's up for couples to have the right to choose and to say how they want to define their relationship, and I don't think it's right that the state should say there's only one way that you can do that.
So, Paul, what do you... We've heard the situation there. What is wrong with the argument they're making?
Well, Evan, this is International Marriage Week, so you wouldn't expect me to downplay the importance of marriage this week. But it's very interesting what they said, because the essential ingredient of marriage, and indeed it seems of their relationship, is that they have made a commitment. They have made a decision to stay together.
But your view is that the state shouldn't recognise it because it hasn't been... They haven't gone to for half an hour to a local authority office.
I think their position is that they would like to have a legal arrangement, namely a civil partnership, but they are, for a principal reason which I don't know, they would prefer it wasn't a married arrangement. And so they would like to draw this subtle, and I would say rather semantic, distinction between the two. But the essential ingredient is that they have made a decision to stay together. And if people have made a decision to stay together, it is most important that it is recognised by some kind of legal wrapper.
Right. So you would agree that, God forbid, if one of them died with pension rights, in this case, that the law should make sure that the pension rights are transferred, even though there was no marriage?
Well, I think if you're thinking about the Supreme Court case today, I mean, that was, as if ever there was a case of bad cases making bad law, that was a terribly borderline case. They'd been living together for 10 years, they were engaged, and he just failed to get round to the paperwork. And so it would have been grossly unfair for her not to have benefited in the same way. But I think that it is most important for the state to retain a distinction between the unmarried and the married, because a lot of people don't want to give each other obligations.
How would you guys define it? You see, when should we say you're properly responsible for each other and we're going to take you seriously? I mean, is it 6 months? Is it kids? Is it, what do you do?
I think so. So we're part of the Equal Civil Partnership campaign, and I think that there is a difference between cohabiting and having a legal, you know, in law,
a certificate.
Saying I want my relationship validated in law, because we can't assume what those cohabiting couples want. In this case, it was very clear, and Denise has gone through, you know, 8 years of pain. It was very clear what they wanted. They were engaged, And in our case, it's clear what we want. We want legal recognition for our partnership. But you can't say that for all cohabiting couples. Some of them may.
So we should draw a distinction. We should basically say you've got the right to cohabit with probably a minimal set of entitlements, more entitlements with the civil partnership, and then people can do the full English and have the marriage. Is that the kind of picture, Matt?
I think you know, what we want is to see civil partnerships as equal to marriage. You'll get the same rights, but it's just a different institution and a different way of getting those rights.
But Evan, can we not forget the children in this discussion? The children is what matter. The children is what Marriage Foundation is about. The most important thing in a child's life is stability, and stability comes with a decision and a commitment and a legal arrangement. And that will come with their arrangement. It comes even more so with marriage.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
That's it.